So before you start a game, you check howlongtobeat.com to see kind of what you're in for. It says the average player spends 38 hours before they complete this game. You're at around 22 hours. It seems like you're approaching the end. Your party is level 87. The max cap is 99. And you start wondering, did I super rush this? Hi, my name is Justin, and welcome to the XP Log, a daily-ish podcast about my gaming journey. And today I want to talk about rushing the game. So I'm at a point in Star Ocean where everything is ramping up, and it seems like I'm going towards the final stretch. Now, the final stretch could probably take 5 hours, right? 5 hours seems kind of on the high side for a final stretch, in my opinion. I feel a final stretch should be like 2 hours, maybe. But JRPGs are a little different, and this one was made a long time ago. So they might just stretch it out a little bit. But I'm almost max level. Granted, I've been using the train skill almost the entire time on everybody, and I've leveled it up just to stay ahead of the curve. What the train skill does is it gives you bonus XP, basically, and then one of the skills that has train on it that you level up is called effort, and it decreases the amount of XP you need to level. It lowers the percentage, I guess. It lowers the XP curve. So I've been running that on everybody, basically. And everybody's not level 87, but my main party are all in the 80s, around 87. Especially Claude. Claude is 87 or 89. But it seems like I'm ramping towards the end. And I'm only 22 hours in. That's a 16-hour difference. Now, I don't know if that takes into account restarts, like you die and you start over and stuff like that, like game Steam count as opposed to your saves time count, because your saves time count is going to be a little different if you made progress and lost it and had to reload, because then whatever time that is quote unquote lost in the game save, but not on your Steam timer. But I'm left wondering, did I rush it? So there's a town in the late game called Fun City, something like that, and it's a thing of mini games, which I tried one of them. It did not do a good job explaining what you're supposed to do or whatever. Got frustrated and quit. I did the personal actions, the little optional cutscenes that I could do, and then I left, basically. So I know I kind of skipped that area, and it seems like I've missed a party member too somewhere. I don't know. I just kind of roll with the punches. I didn't realize there were optional places to go. Granted, it took me over half the game to realize if I hit up on the D-pad, that's where my fast travel was. And it has little markers on the fast travel points if you have side missions and points of interest there. So maybe I did miss a bit. And I know from flying the sign art around that on Energy Need there's world bosses, which I did try one of those and they one-shot me. So I decided that was an in-game activity. So yeah, that's where I'm at. I don't feel, I didn't try to rush it, I guess I just didn't realize, because I've explored all the maps that I've been on pretty thoroughly. I just didn't realize the time between story beats to go back, I guess, to different cities and stuff. I didn't realize that was the thing. I figured my side quests and stuff would be in, or at least on, the same continent of my current, my current hub, basically. I figured it'd be on the same continent or something like that. Or how in this game does it too. A lot of JRPGs, especially old ones, do it. They kind of bar content in sections, usually separated by like a mountain pass or a cave or something like that, or an ocean. So in my head, my hub is whatever section I'm in. I guess my brain didn't think that. I thought fast travel may have been an addition to the remaster or remake. I guess it's a remake. To the remake as a quality of life improvement. I didn't think that it was in the game initially. And maybe it's not. Maybe you actually had to run all the way back to those places, which, oh my goodness, man, that is terrifying idea. But I mean, back in the day, people didn't have as many games, did they? But yeah, so I guess I missed a lot of side content. I didn't mean to. Like I said, I thoroughly explored the maps and stuff I was on and got the treasure chests and stuff like that. And I've been trying to keep up with the crafting and stuff like that. But I'm trying. But it is what it is. I am mainly a story gamer. Usually if I do side content, it is to flesh out characters and story, or to change the ending, basically. If it's a game with multiple endings, to change the ending. But again, in my head, that is padding the main story, right? That's getting, quote unquote, the best ending, the most complete ending. So I didn't feel like I was rushing the game. Rogue Galaxy, before this, I did feel like I rushed it a little bit towards the end, but I was getting pretty burnt out on the combat, because the combat requires so much menu, which is an odd thing to say because I do like turn-based JRPGs, and those are 90% menu, but it just feels a little different, I guess. I don't know how to explain it. I guess because it's like a hybrid or whatever, and I wanted it to pick a lane, basically. But yeah. So I guess my question to you is, do you feel like you're rushing a game if your how long to beat hours is not on average? Let me know in the comments in YouTube and Spotify. I will be honest, I haven't checked the direct stats on how long to beat, like what's the fastest somebody beat it and what's the longest or anything like that. So I could be right on time, but I'm not. I'm well ahead of the average. So yeah, let me know in the comments. Thank you for listening. Tell your friends. Subscribe and follow on all the things. And I appreciate you listening. I hope you have a great day. Peace out.